I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
My panic attack is so severe, my world's caving in right now. Hello, friends, trace amounts of science. Boogie just continues to make an ass of himself. Keemstar, too, incidentally, because, of course, he invited Boogie back onto the podcast. Wow, what a huge surprise that he would continue to milk the most gigantic lolcow in existence. I mean, who could pass it up, honestly? I'm suckling the teat a bit myself, but no matter. After doing a scam crypto coin and faking cancer, I think we're all curious to see how much lower he can sink. So, in this episode, Keem encourages him to talk about his childhood experiences. So if we can unpack that and see how legitimate those claims are. Of course, he refuses to talk about it because he knows he's going to get found out. I mean, found out one way or the other. I don't want to imply that he is faking it, allegedly. The jury's still out. That's fine. I don't want to jump the gun on this thing, but he does lie about a lot of stuff, don't you think?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, is that useful to you?
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, really fun episode. Muta jumps in there. Mr. Medicare jumps in there, and I think I left him out of the last Boogie video, but we did watch it on a live stream. We'll also discuss a little bit more about Keemstar's quote-unquote punishments for old Boogster. And really, all of them feel like really limp-handed slaps on the wrist, if you ask me, but I don't know. We'll start with one of the punishments that was talked about last time, and that is the soda.
You remember that weight loss drug you got on? You lost 24 pounds on?
Yeah.
I've lost 38 pounds just cutting soda out and drinking Prime.
I don't
Since going to Keemstar's house.
That's awesome.
Since going to Keemstar's house.
That's awesome. I don't drink soda, so.
I don't drink soda, guys, so it's not even a big deal for me anymore. My whole life has changed around since since we had our little falling out with the scam coin and the cancer. I just managed to swap everything around. Wings trying to sit in the driver's seat like, oh, I just drank a bunch of Prime, bro. You drinking Prime, bro? Yeah, so that's how I lost all the weight. It's like, you're still a fat mess, okay? I don't know who made you feel like a big man just because you're sitting next to Boogie, who's a slightly bigger pile of shit. But at the end of the day, you're still Wings. You're still on the Lolcow Live podcast, being a lolcow, doing lolcow things. Is anybody buying this? Nobody's buying this, right? Yeah, I just lose all the weight. With the help of my magical and super expensive pharmaceutical drug. Cool. You gotta teach me that trick for $1,500 a month. Anyway, Keemstar's going to unveil the fate of the play button.
It's fucking massive. For a massive guy, it's here.
But not just yet. That's gotta wait till later in the live stream, of course. You gotta keep them viewers hooked, you know, but it's a good curiosity loop, so I'm gonna try it out in this video. Instead, let's talk about how Keemstar has decided to carve up the corpse of Lolcow Live and buy Boogie out of his shares.
There was a huge kind of problem that was kind of not mentioned at all. Boogie technically owns like 25% of the show. So as soon as we did that stream where we fired Boogie, right away people were like, well, he's still going to get paid. I had no intentions of paying him at all because he was really fired. So I bought his shares. I did tell Boogie, I said, listen, Boogie, if you're ever allowed back on this show, all right, you're going to need like at least 70% of the audience demanding that you come back, right?
Just like I said in the last video, Keemstar trying to take this moral high ground and be like, well, I only do what the audience tells me to do, you know? Boogie pulls the same card a little bit later in the fucking live stream, which is hilarious. And maybe the audience is pulling the strings. They're the ones making the super chat. I do listen to my audience quite a little bit. But at the end of the day, you need to grab your fucking balls, make some decisions for yourself. just 3 days later or something like that. God, I told you in the last Boogie video to remember that sanctimonious fucking milk crate that he stood on. He wasn't willing to die on it though. No. Gotta follow the cash, you know? I got principles, but when money's involved, it's a little bit different. That's why I don't trust Keemstar at all. He puts on a hell of a show. He plays the game pretty well, but yeah, he's gonna do anything. He'll step on anybody's neck in order to get a little bit extra. And the crazy part is, while he's doing it, he thinks he's smarter than absolutely everybody. He's run the same poll in the last 3 live streams. Should we bring Boogie back? And he's just like trying to get the answer that he wants so he can say that the audience chose it, right? Me personally, I know how to draw a line in the sand. I've cut people off for much less than lying about cancer. And while the monetary incentive to stick around Boogie might be tempting, at the end of the day, you and I and everybody know that he deserves to drown and die nameless. Upload his crappy vlogs twice a week that 10,000 people watch, probably 2,000 of them legitimately, and everybody else like, I just want to see the dumpster fire. Is it growing? Yes, it is growing quite a lot lately. All right, so up next, we're at the part in the show where Keemstar was proposing that Boogie tell some of his childhood stories. Because, you know, what makes the cash flow more than seeing a fat man cry, huh? Not much. I made my living on Neckbeard stories, okay? Okay, let's see.
I send it to Boogie, and I tell Boogie, hey, we got to go over this with you on the show. Whole new scandal. Boogie says, I will not talk about my abuse on the show. It's too hard for me. Left it at that.
Bull fucking shit. Like he talks about it all the fucking time. Before I even met Boogie, I knew about his abuse. And I try to keep things privately, especially if you do them in private with me. But like we were driving over to your house the first day when we went up to Buffalo. The very first day when you wanted to come, we had like pizza and wings. We had to go pick the food up, right? And Boogie's on the phone in the backseat of the truck with his sister. And his sister is like chewing him out because she's calling him a liar and think this never happened to me and this kind of stuff.
Yeah, Boogie trying to draw his lines on the sand too. I will not talk about it. It's like, well, what the hell else are you going to talk about? Your boring life, how good you're doing in Fallout 76? Nobody gives a shit. I do think what Wing said there is pretty elucidating. The sisters calling Boogie a liar and this and that. It seems like something that needs to be dug a little more into. And yeah, the internet, there's so much blood in the water at this point. It's nice and chummed. Everybody's feeling hungry, myself included. But like I said, I don't want to jump the gun on that too much. I'm just saying the pieces are falling into place and it's not looking good.
Acting like he's going to eat him, and he's punching himself in the fucking head, and then he's grabbing hunks of hair and pulling out hunks. I'm telling you, his hand.
You got that recorded?
I don't have that part recorded, but I have some of the yelling and screaming on my fucking phone. All right.
Was this before or after he threatened to go live on the main channel?
Let me get to that. Let me get to that. For a wellness check, this fucking master manipulator, this fucking actor, was literally just trying to control the conversation.
So yeah, it sounds like Keem dealing with another little Boogie freakout. It's fun and quirky and makes you money. So yeah, you have to deal with it, I guess. I also really enjoy the fact that Keem is calling Boogie a master manipulator. How dare he want to control the conversation? That's my job. It's really hilarious to watch the two of them together. They're two peas in a pod, although they haven't quite put all that together yet. Oh yeah, also included in that rant was Boogie's threat to go live on the Lolcow Live channel. All by himself, probably to do something toward, but you know, he'd never actually do it. Or really, given his mental state these days, I take that right back. We don't know what he's truly capable of. I do know he's capable of selling his percentage of ownership on the Lolcow Live podcast, which, really bad move, dude. Why would you ever do that? Now, no matter how much money they make, they can keep you on for less than that. I would refuse to come back on. I would just collect my 25% and do something else. Keem would probably fucking hate me for it, but you know what? That makes me feel real good. We always piss the right people off around here. Anyway, Wings does have a guess as to how much the Lolcow Live podcast costs, or at least a quarter of it. So let's hear his guess. Do you have a guess in mind? Leave it in the comments. Thanks so much.
For?
I don't know what I bought it for, but he said it was a fraction of what the number I said it was worth.
What do you think the show's worth?
His portion? $65,000.
Nah, it's not worth that much. Come on. That's not worth that much.
Talking to people who are mentally ill. And the worst part about it is Keem is on the sociopath spectrum, so he is, in fact, mentally ill. Right, yeah, he's just different than us. Right, he just has no awareness of it. Right. He might be on the narcissist spectrum, if I'm being genuine, Yeah, hold on one sec, Boog. Yeah, go ahead. All right, there you are. You got Boogie and Michael now, right? All right, Boogie, you called Keith because it wasn't working for me. Okay, he's not going to answer if I call. He told me to stop calling him. Yeah, he called. He also texted him. He told him to All right, is everybody here?
Right.
Yes. Yo. So, I'm hearing that you're still fucking saying you're gonna off yourself and shit.
That's me.
Sure? I'm trying to explain to people how I feel. I don't currently have any plans to do that anytime soon. I promise you I'll at least make it to my birthday, which is Wednesday. I promise that to everyone that's listened. I'm trying to explain to people how I feel. I don't currently have any plans to do that anytime soon. I promise you I'll at least make it to my birthday, which is Wednesday. I promise that to everyone that's listened. Well, if I hear you say that from this point on ever again, you're not coming on the fucking show ever again. Like, I swear to God, I'm not playing this game. This is not a fun game. Well, you put everyone. That's how I don't care. Just keep to yourself then. Okay. Keep to yourself. Why are you telling people that? Because it makes me feel slightly better to voice it. I don't know. Dan, I'm in a very dissociative state. You're not talking to Steve at all. Steve is fucking gone. You need to understand that.
Steve's not here, man. I'm in a disassociative state. I see myself floating above my body, yet I'm fully aware of what's happening. Yeah, you're gonna see this a lot. It's another one of those sympathy tactics that Boogie tries out just to see who'll fall for it. Don't be the one that falls for it. That's what I'm gonna say. Keemstar, he seems to fall into it every time. And I think he's just like, playing the game. Because his strategy is to be everybody's friend somewhat when it's advantageous. And right now it's advantageous to be Boogie's friend. So why not buy into the delusion that he's manufacturing with, yeah, I'm having a panic attack. I'm totally disassociating right now. I mean, he does have a couple of freakouts in the podcast, but come on, dude. It's not something that you're supposed to vocalize beforehand. Okay, guys, everybody, I'm working up to a freak out. I mean, big boy like that, yeah, bouncing around in his seat and whatnot. I'll tell you this in advance, Boogie is definitely going braless today. He's got to work up the energy, He's got to charge his Destructo disc or whatever.
Destructo disc!
Anyway, great. We're done eavesdropping. Boogie has actually arrived now. Let's hear how it's been going for him.
I remember any of that. I remember you telling me I had to go take a shower. So I remember taking a shower with my pants on. I remember that.
That was the last thing I did because you kept saying, oh, I haven't taken a shower for 3 days and I smell and all I'm doing is playing video games. And I'm like,
I did have to go pick up Desi at one point, so I went and did that.
What was that sound? It's like indigestion.
I'm like,
I'm not interested in playing it at all. I'm not interested in playing anything. I'm interested in just being done.
All right, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Boogie? Do you want to live in your car? You want your girlfriend to leave you because she can't feed her pink drinks? What do you want to do?
Sure.
What do you want to do? You want Chad to have to find him his own apartment because you're going to lose the house?
That's fine.
I mean, if it's all fine, like you sound like a 3-year-old. I don't know, I guess. Who can get my way? Did you come just hoping we get...
I was told to, so I'm here. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
You do everything you're told to?
Cover myself in Nutella? Right now, yeah, pretty much.
No, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. This is the best advice I can give you.
Please, we have peanut butter. Would that be good enough?
Please listen to me.
Peanut butter.
Please listen to the words I'm about to say, Boogie. This is literally the best advice I can give you. From this moment on, it feels like rock bottom. So why don't you just empty out the closet, grab every skeleton in there and throw it out to the world? You just tell the audience.
I don't want to destroy human life. Because I don't want to destroy someone's fucking life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You just sat here.
I'll destroy mine all day. I'll destroy mine all day.
The lives that he's referring to are his brother and sister, and fair enough, Destiny did try to drag Boogie's brother into it. Personally, yeah, I'd try to leave the family out of it. The wife, the kids, all that shit, that's just playing dirty, isn't it? I've tried to turn over a new leaf on that front, but I don't know, Dez is... it's just so easy to dunk on her. I guess it's not direct attacks on her, it's more like attacks on Boogie via her. That's still not okay. We're working out the kinks in the morals and ethics code, okay? I'm trying to do better. That's more than we can say for Boogie, however. Sad and downtrodden Boogie. I just showed up on the podcast. Wings is right that he sounds like a 3-year-old. But again, he's trying to wear the daddy pants, and it's really fucking weird. You've got it a bit more together than Boogie, but do you really think you're capable of coaching him? Nah, dude, put it away. Keem, of course, also trying to take on an advisory role, and yeah, he's a little more believable, but there is obviously a reason that he wants Boogie to throw all his skeletons in the closet out. Just dump it all out right here on the show that I own, that I bought your ownership of. That should make the super chats go nuts! Like I said, he's good at playing the game. He's so good, in fact, that he gets Boogie to calm down for just a little bit.
Boogie, stop. The screaming and yelling isn't helping you, and it isn't.
I'll whisper it.
Listen to me. This is what he does. This is why. This was the conversation last night.
Not yet. Let me do my goddamn job.
Now, I want you to make a note of how Boogie keeps looking over at the doorway during the Lolcow live, and then he says really early on, don't do it yet. Let me do my job. And that's going to come in a little bit late. Obviously, Boogie has some sort of kill switch set up for his internet. So he can come in, quote unquote, do his job, and then have his little freak out and disconnect and never have to read the super chats. I think not reading the super chats is just a meme on Lolcow Lives at this point. Anyway, let's see some more Boogie freaking out. How about
the situation?
I want to die. That's what I say over and over and over again. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me. I'm in so much pain.
All right. Well then, okay. Let's get off the internet. Let's just get off.
What do you want me to talk about instead?
I'm not. This goes back to like last night. You're not mentally fit to be on the show. It's irresponsible.
No, mother twitted my fucking tipples.
So down and depressed and in pain.
I fucking hate myself every second. Because I'm a piece of shit. Have you not read the fucking internet?
The internet's not always right. Like
they fucking are.
Dude, no.
I hit my headphones on purpose, so I didn't hit my.
Well, then listen to what I'm saying. I may be like the owner of Dramaler and live in a world of drama and negativity and stuff, but like I don't let that ever affect me. I don't ever let that affect me.
We're all very proud of your mental health, and congratulations.
Honestly, that's a good way to live. Keemstar has it down pat. You come in, you do the job. Like, I read horrible nice guy incel neckbeard stories basically every single day. But do I let it drag me down? Shit, no. Those are some weirdos over there, but I got like a ton of cool people in my life. I think that's the problem. Boogie doesn't really have anybody except for his adolescent-looking girlfriend, and she doesn't really want to be there either. She's just looking to not work and smoke weed all the time. Like, I would do the same thing. If I were 19, 21, whatever. That shit was so funny when he twisted his nipples. Can we play that again? It's too good. I almost feel bad for him when he's having his breakdown, you know? He's like, I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, well, nobody does, bro. I can't imagine how it is at 50. I'm 36, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to just be over at any point now. I got a wife and kids, and they drive me through every day, and I love them so much, but it does get monotonous after a certain point. I'd like to see Boogie do a live stream Twitch reaction to Brendan Fraser's The Whale. Could we do that? That's got a lot of the same themes of like not wanting to be alive. And it's a masterwork of cinema. It would be a hell of a lot better than sitting here and watching Lolcow live. It's like Lay's potato chips. I know I shouldn't consume garbage, but I really do enjoy it on some level. I want to be sad about it, but I think it's also what keeps me human. Anyway, the freakout continues.
Down because I'm on a medication that I can no longer afford, by the way, but I've lost 24 fucking pounds on the piece of shit, but I get to cut it all back on because I don't have the fucking money.
Let's go. Guys, he lost 24 pounds. 24 pounds.
I get to cut it right back on.
Congratulations, buddy. 24 is a big deal.
I get to cut it right back on.
Have you tried making
I'm
YouTube
banned
videos?
from the internet. Remember, Keem? I'm banned from the internet. You don't let me do shit. You told me I'm not allowed to do shit.
That's
I
true.
can't even sell my products on whatnot. I can't even tweet. I can't even fucking post. I can't post my girlfriend's fucking OnlyFans. I can't do shit.
Oh no, I can't take advantage of the prepubescent house elf that has deigned to live with me. I'm sure Boogie's using the internet. Come on. What the fuck do you think he's doing all day if not the internet? Muta brings it up later. He is playing Fallout 76, but I think that's internet connected. Does that count? That also brings into question, like, you know, Boogie's whole financial situation. We have, like, a sort of financial domination thing happening with Keemstar. Keemstar is the only source of Boogie's money at this point, and it's a flat paycheck. He's literally got your balls in his hand. And Boogie said on the phone earlier, oh, he's like a sociopath and stuff like that. Why would you ever put yourself into that situation? Because he loves being the victim, I guess, is the immediate and obvious answer. Oh, yeah, of course, also he's crying about how, oh, no money to try and buy my weight loss drugs. It's pathetic, dude. Go do some yard work. That pays fairly well in the States still, doesn't it? Get you some physical labor out there in the sun, and by the time you're done with it all, you don't need the weight loss drugs. Look at the weight's falling off. He just doesn't have the gumption to do anything like that. I sit here and I scream enough, and eventually you'll hand it to me. I don't think it's gonna go the way that you think it's gonna go.
Just annoying. Like, it's great to have fucking 20,000 live concurrent viewers here. Great that another one of Keemstar's products is #1 on all of YouTube. And by the way, we really are #1 with donations and everything else. Like, we really are. Like, Josh Pescator. He's
glad I sold my share.
Josh Pescator. Well, I'm sorry, you got scammed.
I'm on it right now. By the way, happy fucking birthday to me. I thought I had my birthday week off. I turned 50 in 2 fucking days. This is how I'm celebrating it, everybody.
It's not...
Make sure to give these 3 men lots of donations for my birthday. I won't see a fucking penny of it. Enjoy.
What a diva. What a little baby boy. I hardly even celebrate my birthday. My wife's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know, cook a steak. Have some steak, a red wine, a little massage time. That's the perfect birthday. Boogie wants it to be a week-long affair because I'm Boogie, one of the OG YouTubers. I was gonna let it slide once. I wasn't gonna melt down about the birthday thing when he mentioned it earlier, but he's like, I don't want to have to work on my birthday week. You fat, stupid moron. I had to work on my birthday basically every year. You think I'm gonna sit here and complain about it? I wanted to do nothing. You're an idiot. Nobody cares about your stupid birthday. It would have been better if it never happened. Just like erase that whole section of the timeline. Perfect. No harm, no foul. I also like how Keemstar's taking a second to just stroke himself. Oh, we're #1. Oh, the 20,000 viewers. Oh. It is impressive. Keemstar does know how to play the game. I said that earlier. But at a certain point, the ego is showing. He's just like, look, got all these super chats, never gonna read them. Ouch. And the even bigger ouch, of course, is Boogie being bought out of his shares. Oh, the biggest mistake ever, I'm telling you. If you really wanted to sit on your ass and collect 25% of whatever they make, sounds like a good deal. But he's too stupid and ego-driven, and that won't sit right with him. He's got to get his face out there on the internet. Let everybody know that he's doing great. You continue to fuck up in new and spectacular ways. And on some level, I gotta admit, I love to see it. I love to see it.
You didn't expect him to say yes.
Wings, am I I don't like how he responded to that. This should be something that you don't want to do. And you're just like, fine, I'll do it.
I feel like he's in a position where he needs the money enough to do it. That's why I said
I just don't care. I'll just do whatever I'm told. Just I don't care.
See, I don't like that. Now you make me look like a piece of shit. Wait, stop calling the tattoo place. Oh my God.
You guys fit me in today?
He's going to do it right now?
Okay, what about in the morning? I just need to get the word I just need to get the word liar tattooed to my face.
It sounds like a prank call.
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow then. Thank you.
I'll just do whatever I'm told. I don't care anymore, you guys. I never cared, actually. Please feel bad for me. Somebody feel bad for me? Nobody feels bad for you anymore. There's nobody on the other end of that tattoo shop, by the way. When anybody else is on the phone, you can hear at least a little something. Yeah? Tattoo shop? Oh, yeah, I want to get a word on my face. I feel like about now is when I should, like, show the liar tattoo that he got and point out how it's not really red or raised at all, despite being a supposed tattoo on his fucking face. It looks like Sharpie to me, okay? This is not real in any way, shape, or form. Maybe he hennas it on before every podcast. And if that's the case, I hope the henna has traces of lead that sinks into your bones and causes them to crumble under your massive weight. Every time you try to stand up, you break your knees. Is that... that might be a little too far, actually. Or maybe not. I don't know. It seems oddly specific. That's what I'll say. It just flowed out of my brain so organically. So in this part of the stream, Muta shows up to dunk on Boogie a little bit, and I also want you to make a note of what he says as I cut in, that he can't stand being Boogie anymore, because that's going to come up a little bit later when we talk about the play button, right?
How could we talk on Discord if I'm
Are you in a different room than you normally stream from?
No, I just got rid of all the stupid Boogie shit. I can't stand to look at it anymore. Okay.
When in reality, why aren't you live stream? Why aren't you making fucking content? Is it because Keem and you have a special deal or something where he says you can't do it?
No, he wasn't making it before that, Muta. But you're right. He is banned from the internet. That's part of his punishment of social media. But he wasn't making content before that.
Yeah. So why didn't you make any content or live streams beforehand?
I did. I made 2 videos a week on my YouTube
Two
channel.
videos a week doesn't do fuck all. Why aren't you doing a daily upload or 2 uploads a day?
I don't know.
YouTube isn't my job, yet I still fucking actually upload every day. How the fuck are you not doing it? This is your job, yet you do it 2 times a week.
Yeah.
What did you do for those 3 days? What were you doing?
I sat in a chair.
What was
What
me?
did you do in that chair? What were you doing in that chair? Were you playing video games?
Sometimes I watched a TV show.
No, you were playing video games most of the time because I pulled up your fucking Xbox Live profile and you were playing fucking Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So why the fuck didn't you just stream that shit?
Me and Desi play that off and on all day. She's gotten actually really good at it.
How the fuck are you both playing? It's a one game. Were you switching off the controller or something?
Yes.
Okay, then why the fuck don't you stream it? I don't understand.
Because number one, I have no desire to right now. Number 2, I was told I
But you
can't.
need to make the money. You want to keep your house, right?
I was told I can't. So
Not at that point. Not at that point. No.
When this first thing dropped, as far as I knew, he told me to stay entirely off the internet. I put out 1 tweet after that first show, and he told me that was it. I'm not allowed to do anything else.
So wait, hold on a minute. When you when the first whole wave happened and you left the internet and privated your account, that was actually Keem telling you to private everything?
No, he did.
No, I privated it on my own. Yeah, I thought it was a really good idea.
I'm saying during that
when I was
period,
on
you
it.
were just sitting there playing video games. Why didn't you just stream?
I mean, I also went to a doctor's appointment.
A doctor's appointment. That took up my 3-day weekend. Just 1 doctor's appointment. Muta reminds me a lot of my wife and the way he approaches things. He already knows the answer, but he's going to ask you anyways, just to see if you'll tell the truth. Nailed down on Fallout 76. That's gotta feel really good. Knocked it out of the park. Caught him in yet another lie. And I think I have harped on at length about the fact that Boogie makes only 2 poorly made videos a week. And not even for the past few weeks. He's just completely given up. He's gonna lay there like a big fat baby bird with its mouth open, waiting for Daddy Keemstar to spit in a chewed up worm. That's how he gets paid now. It's just purely in chewed up worms. I got a lot of respect for Muta. The guy is clearly on his grind set, you know? Not everybody has to do it as hard as that guy does. But I don't know, fuck man, you gotta do something. Like, what do you do on the days that you're not filming or editing? And he probably does them both on the same day from the looks of the videos. But I guess that's some speculation. Also super hilarious how he tries to like sidetrack the whole conversation by being like, yeah, my girlfriend's pretty good at the game now. Again, like your birthday, nobody gives a shit. You're drowning, you're crying out for help, you have some of the biggest names on YouTube at your beck and call, and you still can't fucking get it together. I don't understand. I'm at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen often.
I mean, both my roommates kick in, and I've told you this several times. And then
wait, Chad pays the rent for the place now? I thought he was just doing housework.
No, he kicks in. He saves us a tremendous amount of money every month.
What does that mean? Like he pays your mortgage off, or like what?
He does pay some of the bills sometimes.
You're making up problems.
The exciting thing is me and Desi have picked a place, and I'm very excited to announce this. But
the exciting thing is you're a baby.
No, we are moving to Branson. Branson is a city that I love very, very much.
You just like tell
dox
people
yourself. You just dox yourself.
Now you know where to find me. Now you know where to dox.
They'll figure it out when I film from Branson all the time. That's the whole reason.
You don't go outside to film.
That's the whole. No, I'm going to film in the city of Branson all the time. I'm going to be a Branson YouTuber. This house, we're going to move to Branson.
Or whatever. You're going to Branson. Cool.
Yeah. It's closer to her family, which is awesome. That means
when you go to Branson, are you going to rent an apartment or are you going to buy a house?
Well, we really haven't looked.
Oh, I haven't looked. Yeah, the reason he hasn't looked is because they came up with this idea last night, and now he wants to go out there and announce it to the world, like he's actually gonna fucking do it. Dude, you you haven't even gotten the one house right. Oh no, we're gonna sell it. Move to Branson. I'll be in the show tunes, and I don't know what the hell a Branson YouTuber is. They probably do exist, but I don't really know that that's your market necessarily. Branson's full of like old heads and blue hairs, isn't it? the middle-aged nerd demographic, they are going to give even less of a shit than they do now. I promise you that much. As far as the roommate taking care of the bills, I think he is put upon as well. Doing way too many things for Boogie, allowing him to exist this life of do-nothingness. I think it's time for roommate Chad to pull out of the Boogie household, you know what I'm saying? Now, I said a little earlier on that I like to leave, the family out of things. Muta apparently doesn't share that opinion because he's looked up some criminal database information on Desi's family, which I suppose is publicly available. And if you're moving to be closer to that family, I guess it's certainly applicable, but I just don't know if it's the right thing to throw in his face, especially when there's so much else to pick from. And especially considering, he's never gonna actually fucking move to Branson anyways. I'm gonna announce this. What's the rent? I don't know. So let's hear about the parents, I suppose.
Well, it turns out he's like real dad apparently was a former meth manufacturer.
What?
I don't know anything about the real dad, but that sounds possible, yeah.
Stepdad also has a fuck ton of charges too, bro. Like fucking has run-ins with the law.
Well,
and you're telling me you're going and spending a happy Christmas with them? Like with that family?
Listen, have you met my family? You should talk to my brother.
Is your family fucking point is, are you really want to bring her closer to that family environment? Wouldn't you consider her being away safer then?
She was just there for the last 3 days.
So he had a whole plan of what he was going to do in the future, this positive plan. So
Actually, we made that plan last night, dipshit.
So you made a whole plan to move to Branson last night.
Yeah, but my point is...
Oh, he's already talking about it, Desi. I know. I begged him not to. Don't worry, Desi. I begged him not to. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, he doesn't care about you like I do. Now just keep standing there in the door until I have another freak out, and then you go and turn off the internet like I told you to. It's your one job! Aside from mowing the lawn and feeding the fish and grooming the dogs and... yeah, she got a lot of jobs. I don't necessarily agree with Muta's opinion here. There can be happy, functional families that have drug charges floating around amongst them, mine being one of them. Although, admittedly, crystal, not the choice. So I don't know. Maybe once you try that drug, you're irreparably damaged. no longer worthy as a human being. And I just don't think that that's the case. A family should be able to have a relationship with their daughter despite past mistakes. And perhaps just maybe Muta should mind his own fucking business in this regard. Although truth be told, I know that Boogie isn't doing it out of like the altruism of his heart either. The reason he's doing it is free childcare. Yeah, just dump her off for the folks for 3 days. I go do whatever I want. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know, eat potato chips and play Fallout 76? For 3 days? Yeah. God damn. Couldn't be me. So yeah, everybody here being all kinds of fucked up. I'm the only one that has the true and correct answer. The true and honest answers. You can take that to the bank. Now we move on into a little conversation about Boogie making some changes in his life. Changes that as I said earlier, I definitely believe.
Help me.
Yeah, cut out the fast food.
Well, we don't eat any fast food. It's too expensive right now. I don't know if you've seen the price of a combo meal. If we buy fast food,
I don't actually eat out.
Yeah, well,
so I haven't seen.
We cook exclusively at home now. By the way, Desi's becoming a hell of a cook. And I live with the chef. By the way, it's awesome when he has a day off. Thank you, Rob.
Wait, you have a chef that lives with you now?
Yeah, he's lived here for 3 years.
Oh, he's got a fucking commune now, bro. What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna lose my house, but he has his own personal fucking chef.
No, he pays bills.
Make my own ass fucking.
And the chef pays the bills. And the chef pays the fucking bills.
I mean, if he doesn't cook, he cooks once a month. But when he does, it's cool. Still standing here watching.
No, we said chat.
CHAT.
I just looked up. That's why I looked up. He's not trying to get my attention. He's still sitting here listening in case he needs to pull the plug. But outside of Branson, 20 minutes, and it gets pretty cheap up there. And we can actually own like a piece of land. She's always wanted to keep chickens, so we're going to keep chickens and stuff,
You're buying fucking land and raising animals now?
Well, the first plan is to sell the house. Get rid of it.
This is so boring.
Right.
I don't
And
care.
so I should have.
He's not going to do any of this. He's not
Yeah,
moving to
exactly.
Branson.
Yeah, what the
Why
fuck
are we
is it?
having
You
this
don't
stupid
get the
conversation?
fuck outta
Bro,
here.
you're not moving out of your fucking
you
house. You're going to be able to make the mortgage every month. We're living in fairy tale land where, hey, everybody, get together and let's feel sorry for fucking Boogie again. I'm not doing it. You did this to me last night, and I had to call the fucking cops on you.
Boogie's got a live-in chef, live-in maid, no money whatsoever despite selling 25% of this podcast. I guess that's just the kind of return on investment that sympathy baiting will get you, isn't it? Truth is, I bought a little bit of land too, actually, and we are raising animals on both of them. I didn't have to sympathy bait anybody. I put in some good old-fashioned hard work, but Boogie don't know about that. Upload every day and see what would happen, He just doesn't have it in himself. Even the pull the plug thing, that's really weird. He's just standing over there waiting in case I freak out so he can pull the plug. Like you don't even have the self-awareness to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. We have to pretend that I'm being pulled off the internet because I have absolutely no fucking self-control. And because he has no self-control, yes, even Keemstar knows he's not going to live in Branson, okay? So stupid. Anyway, here's Muta ripping into Boogie some more.
Every time I
don't
hear you
hate
bitch about life, you're a 50-year-old fucking man that doesn't do shit.
I would like to make it clear. I don't have any hate in my heart for you at all. I just don't like
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's another fucking lie. That's another fucking lie.
I don't
hate him.
On one video. That's like a springboard to start off with.
Okay.
So why don't you just keep doing content and making AdSense?
Well, when I have permission to do that, I have some videos queued up. So
Don't
All
fucking
right.
lie.
All right, well, listen. Okay,
I reserve the right to bow out. If I can't handle this anymore, and I believe it's going to put me in a dark place, I will bow out. And if you're upset about that, I understand. If you decide that made me a liar, I understand.
You can handle it however you want. Like I said, I know what you said you didn't want to talk about
I'm going
unrelated
to, I understand, but I'm saying like revisiting this is. I told Dan that this would be very difficult, and I'm trying my best.
Oh my god, when did Mr. Mediker sneak in there? Well, a welcome addition, as always. Boogie absolutely should be getting into some of that AdSense money, no matter what anybody else says. Okay, it's a condition to stay on the podcast. I don't give a fuck. Keemstar's only going to give you enough for the mortgage, only going to give you enough to keep your head above water. At a certain point, you gotta do for you. But then you have to succeed or fail on your own merit, and god damn, I don't know if Boogie has much merit. Everything he says, just a lie. I respect you, Muta. It's like, didn't you just say in the last 2 streams that you hate him? I'm pretty sure we all remember that. I think, yeah, let's insist that we have videos. They're waiting. They're queued up. I already made them, totally. Come on, for real? I don't believe that for a second. When did you do that in between your Fallout 76 gaming sessions? But no, totally, I'm glad your prepubescent girlfriend is getting better at the video game now. Surely this will improve life for the both of you. I'm the best of Fallout 76. Oh, okay. What's that fucking mean? Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a gobbler? Nothing. You ain't scaring nothing.
Get it together.
Hold on, I'm talking to my roommate.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get through it, okay? Wait till if I start threatening to hurt myself or something like that, that's when we pull the plug.
The roommate and the girlfriend
come on,
are trying to pull the
let's
plug.
knock this bullshit off. All right, let's get through this.
This docket's long as fuck.
Yeah, what I'm curious about is why were you on a podcast talking about this and specifically talking about these people and these events, but you won't talk about them here?
Hey, Brian, real quick, can you tell people that my mother was physically and emotionally and abusive? Could you do that for me, please? They don't believe us, so I just wanted to have a third party.
Believe. I mean, it's well
That's what
documented. Hell or damn.
When were you on the phone with my sister?
No, I wasn't. You were on the phone in the back of the truck.
Oh shit!
You were talking to your sister, and she was
I wasn't.
upset at you. Yes.
No, I wasn't. I didn't call my sister. What are you talking about?
Your sister called you.
Hey, when was the last time I talked to you on the phone?
Dang, I don't know. I can't remember.
Dang, I don't know. How about you call your brother up and ask him a leading question? Our mother was maltreating us, wasn't she? She was, right? Just say that she was for the podcast. We're on the podcast right now. Yeah, it's totally documented, I'm sure. Everybody believes it, man. Truth is, they'd probably believe it a lot more if you were willing to talk about it. But the fact that you keep this thing so guarded, that's exactly what you did with the medical testing on your polycythemia, right? So now nobody believes you regarding that anymore. I wouldn't dump all of this baggage out on Keem's show, especially since you got no ownership there, but do it on your own channel, in your own video. A lot of people will say it's sympathy baiting, and yeah, it probably is in a lot of ways, but at least it would be like just a smidge of the transparency that you claim that you aspire to, and yet make no attempts to actually do. Wings is bringing up the thing that I said earlier about Boogie in the backseat of the car. Sister's mad that he's telling lies. But yeah, I guess he calls her up and she doesn't want to put him on blast, which I guess I get. Siblings before nibblings or something like that. Not for Boogie, actually. Okay, so now let's discuss the play button a little bit. We're deep into the podcast at this point. That average view duration is through the roof, so do tell us, where are you going to auction it? Spoilers, they're not going to. It breaks my heart, too. I was willing to put some money aside for it, dude. Breaking Ethereum to buy that fucking play button, but oh well.
I want to know what's happening to the golden play button. I want to make sure.
He's sending it to me. I'm going to take it. It's going to be in my phone.
That's okay.
Right under a plaque that says, a guy that actually has cancer gets this golden play button.
That's okay, as long as the original agreement, the original agreement was that money's going to charity, and that's very important to me.
The charity is called, the guy that actually has cancer gets the golden play button.
That's fine, as long as you make a donation. The original agreement was a donation to St. Jude, so as long as there's a hefty donation to St. Jude's, I don't care what happens to it.
That's why I'm saying, like, you got to match.
Yeah, there's a Medicare. There's
$1,000.
There's a $45 charge on my credit card. If you want to see it, I'll send it to you. But I bought some of your merch as a very
I know. I heard you on stream say that you were buying stuff, and then I checked.
Well, I just
didn't see anything. And then after I tweeted that, I went and checked again, and suddenly there's an order.
Yeah. Giving up my play button is pretty goddamn painful. Getting a face tattoo is pretty goddamn painful.
Yeah, but
I'm just not going to show you.
You want the story of your play button helping people out with cancer. That's what you want the story to be.
I have that. I have $3,000 in my bank account, man.
Okay, then I'll donate $3,000 and you match it.
I'm not gonna. I need to pay mortgage.
I'm not gonna help those kids.
If
I'm not going to go homeless for those kids.
Time out. If he donates $3,000 and you match his $3,000,
I literally cannot. I won't pay for my health insurance.
I will pay to mail you this thing back. I swear to God.
I literally
do it right now.
I'll take the blame.
Holy
I'll be
shit!
the
He
bad
already
person.
did it.
I'll do it.
He donated $3,000 to St. Jude. He really did it.
Yeah, I'm sure $3,000 is not that much to Muta. I do advocate sending the play button to Jim or Mr. Mediker. He deserves the play button. He's got some terrible health shit going on that Boogie couldn't even conceive of. Sure, buddy, you want the play button? You can have the play button, okay? If only just to make Boogie a little bit more butthurt. And like, this is the most believable hurt that I've seen out of him during the entire podcast. He's actually looking dejected now. All that crap he was spewing the last couple times about like, oh, I'm not Boogie anymore. I took it all down. I can't stand to see it. You still are. You still want to be, because what are you without that? You're a nothing. You're a nobody. You're a fat old man suffering at the hands of what you would like to think is the world, but it's actually all your own doing, isn't it? He can't even tell the truth about buying Medicare merch. He's like, yeah, I totally did it, and then tweeted about it before. I don't know if the payment didn't process, but probably he didn't actually do it. He wants to hoard his dollary dues like a big fat dragon, and the Medicare's like, I don't have an order for it. And then all of a sudden the order shows up. Hey! Now, I don't know if Medicare's using Fourth Wall, which personally I do. They ship fast, they got nice embroidered t-shirts. You should pick one up for yourself. You could buy from Mr. Medicare, or you could just check out the description right down there and check out some of that good old ReddX merch. Thank you very much for the many purchases that we've had thus far. I am super happy with my swap over from Teespring, and thank you to Boogie for allowing me a cheap plug. So what do you think about that question I posed earlier? Is he going to give his last, quote-unquote, last $3,000? He's not broke. What did you get for the 25% of the podcast? We'll probably never know, but it's more than $3,000. It's more sympathy-baiting bullshit. And spoiler answer to the question, yes, of course he gives the $3,000. He wants his play button back. He can't give up his only sense of identity, as pathetic as it is. So we'll let it roll.
Let me figure out how to do that right now. They told me they thought I was going to charge it back, and it really upset
I don't
me.
think you would do that. If you would charge it back, you'd really be fucked, Boogie. Come on, let's be real.
I know, but that's what they're saying. They're saying they're going to tell everybody that.
Oh, come on. There's no way. If you did that, we would know. We'd find out somehow.
I know, but that's still what they both said.
Oh my God, quit having a panic attack. The only way you have to worry about that is if you actually charge it back. Man.
Trying. Give me a minute. I'm in the middle of a severe panic attack, okay? I'm trying really hard.
You get to the donos yet?
I'm trying. I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
Wait, can you read that over again just a little bit louder?
Frank Hassel is my favorite content creator. I like endorsing everything he does, says Frank. FR842.
Can you get louder? The chat can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a very severe panic attack.
Yes, I'm in a very satanic attack. I totally believe you. I totally believe you. This might be the beginning of one, but I don't know. Whenever I've gone out in public and had like major anxiety to the point where my wife had to be like, look, chill. Go sit in the car if you need to. It's not something that I was innately aware of, you know what I mean? She sees me get kind of that far away look in my eyes. I'm just like, I wish I wasn't here right now. And she responds to it. But I never once vocalized, like, I'm having an anxiety attack right now. It's not something that comes to mind. If you want me to believe the panic attack thing, you're going to have to seem a little bit more panicked. But I don't know, maybe like I said, he's working up to it. He's a big guy after all. You got to keep that in mind. So come on, can we amp it up a little bit, Boogie? For old time's sake, you know? Just so I don't have to call you a bullshitter, even though you clearly are. Let's see what happens.
It's inspirational. They had your back.
I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get there. I don't care.
You got
this. Let me get through it.
You got this, bro. Let's
shut up.
Disagrees, but go off, I guess. Big man on dick. Buy a hat for your hat.
Let him know. Go off, Queen. Go off,
Oh,
Queen.
I'm not interested. Just let me get through it, Dan.
You got this.
Matt,
shut the fuck up. Let me get through it, motherfucker.
You can do this.
That's why I told you. No, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about this.
Boogie, you knocked this out of the park.
I begged you not to make me talk about this on the show. I begged you.
You crushed it.
begged you! I begged you! I begged you, Dan! I begged you!
You crushed it. You did very good tonight.
I fucking begged you!
You did. What's going on over there?
Oh no, the stream totally got cut. He was like glancing over the doorway. This is the panic attack where you guys have to go unplug the internet. It's really just a big stupid show. Both of these clowns center ring. Keemstar does make a decent ringmaster though, like I said, playing this whole thing like a fiddle, or at least a crusty old harmonica. So yeah, that's the end of the live stream. We didn't get the super chats read again. I'm gonna go ahead and start a betting pool for if they ever read the super chats. There's always some sort of freak out or scheme at the end of this to wrap it all up nicely and keep people going, oh, what's gonna happen next? I don't know. I'm morbidly curious, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think I could give less of a shit. Is there anything we could do that's more heinous than scam meme coin and faking cancer? Like at this point, he has to fake his own death. But Keemstar's not gonna allow that, because then he's gotta do a couple shows without Boogie, and who do you got then? Wings? Trying to act like a rational adult? I'll give him that he's mellowed out a little bit, but I don't think he has any actual life experience to be shouting advice out. Whole thing's just a disaster, and I really, really hate it, but you know I'm gonna be back next week, or whenever something interesting happens. Don't know if anything interesting happened here, but the freakout was interesting enough. Boogie pulling on his nips. Can we see that one more time? That's how I want to go out. I hope you guys will sign up on the Patreon, the YouTube memberships. Consistent money every month is really helping us out, for real, for real. If you give a super thanks or a super chat, then I'll like it and I'll respond to it. So consider it if you can. If you can, that's cool. I mean, you watch the video, especially if you watched it this far, MVP plays. I want to remind you all that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely, definitely deserve it, friends, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.